Hello everyone. Today I will be explaining file structures 8th program. So the problem statement for file structures 8th program is write a program to read k lists of names, merge them using KV merge algorithm with a k equal to 8. So what we have to do in this program is we are using the merging concept. We have to implement the merging concept, and order of the KV merge is 8. Okay, so that is k value should be 8. Before that, just in brief explanation, what is merging? You know very well, merging is a process of forming a list containing all items in any of two or more list. That is, we are combining two or more list, merging them and making a sorted list. You are out of two different list is a merging process, where KV merge is you are using k number of files and merging k files and making as a single file with a sorted ordered values. Okay, so that is KV merge. Okay, order matters here. KV merge works fine with the k value as 8. If we have 8 files, we are merging them as in a single file is a good one, and the performance is good and efficient. Processing is also efficient one with the KV merge. So for that purpose, KV merge always works with 8 files, and as usual we'll be using 8 files. And KV merge follows 3-step process where all 8 files will be merged as two files each. In first step, two files will be merged. Then next, third and fourth file will be merged, and next step, fifth and sixth file, and seventh and eighth file. That we are merging, and after end of the first step, we'll get 4 output files, and again, in out of all 4 output files, we are merging two files, and in step 2, we are getting the 2 output files. Out of 2 output files, again I'm merging 2 output files and making a single file. This is the procedure for KV merge. We'll start with the program explanation, where we will be using 3 header files, that is IO stream, F stream and string stream. IO stream is for input output stream class, and for C++, where F stream is a file stream for handling the file concept, file functions. We are using F stream header file. When string.h is, we are using some string functions. For that purpose, we are using string.h header file. Okay, so and as we start with the program, we're using namespace std is the normal definition what we always use with the namespace definition for C++ programming. After that, here in this program, we are using a record. Record as a class which is defined with the 2 variables, name and USN, where name is an array variable of size 20, which is defined as the character data type. That means we can have the 20 names for our programs. Similarly, USN is another variable of size 20, which is of character data type. So our class record is defined with the 2 variables, name and USN. So in this program, we can use up to 20 records. We can define up to 20 records. That is class definition which we are going to use in program. Okay, so that is one thing. After that, we have defined one temporary variable num, which is integer data type. Why we are using this variable is we have to enter n records in the file, so that size will be stored in no variable. Okay, and next statement is fstream file of 8. So file of 8 is an object for fstream class. Okay, where we are using defined 8 objects as f0, f1, f2, f3, like that, f7. 8 objects with a different index we are creating for accessing the file content, and these objects are of fstream class. That means we can use this object for reading purpose or also for writing purpose. Okay, because f is defined as a common for input and output. So that purpose fstream file object is used for either for reading or writing. Okay, so that is the statement what we discussed. Next is we are defining 8 files. As you can see, we have defined 1.txt, 2.txt up to 8.txt. This is the first step when initially we have to take 8 files. So we have defined 8 file names using the array variable f name, which is 2-dimensional array variable of character data type. So why we are using this 2-dimension? So 2-dimension is 1 dimension defines the number of characters we have used for defining the file. That we can see here 1.txt. 1.txt is a file name which has used 5 characters. Similarly, up to 8 characters you can use to define a file. That will be one index. Another index is total 8 files we have defined. So that will be the 8 files. So that's what character file name 8 by 8 2-dimensional array we have used. Okay. So I hope it is clear for you guys. Next is we'll discuss merge function and KV merge function, which are the basic functions. Then we'll go to main function. Merge file is a function which is not returning any data type. That's what it is defined as void. And we are passing 3 arguments for the merge file. One is file1. File1 is a pointer variable of character data type. File2 is another pointer variable of character data type, and file name is another pointer variable of character data type. So three arguments we have passed, where file 1 and file 2 will be having the first file data content and second file data content, and where file name is an empty file, which will be we are going to store the sorted list after merging to file 1 and file 2. Whatever the output we are getting, that we are storing in file name. Okay, so these are the 3 arguments what we are using in this function. And record of 20 is an array variable of record class type. Okay, this is not a simple integer or character array. It is a record class type array where all the records will be stored in the record class format. That is, this particular array is going to store name and USN. There are two member variables this particular object is going to refer, that is name and USN. Okay. And then we'll be having one more temporary variable integer k, which is initialized as 0, and this is to move from one record to another record we are using. Other than file 1 and file 2 are the two objects of fstream class. Okay, so that means file 1 and file 2 both can be used for reading purpose and writing purpose. Okay, so as we have already passed the file 1 and file 2 as an argument, thinking that we have some content in that, and now we are opening file 1 using the file f1 object reference as a logical reference. We are opening the file in read mode. File 1 is opened in read mode. Similarly, file 2 is also opened in read mode with the input output redirection operator in. Okay. So 2 files are opened in read mode. That means we are having some set of information in file 1 and file 2. What are the information? USN and name should be there in the file 1 and file 2. Okay, so next is, if file 1 is opened, that we have to check whether the file pointer in file 1 is pointing to end of the file or what. That's what we are checking. f1.eof is not end of the file. f1.eof is checking for whether file 1 in file 1 file pointer is pointing to end of the file. If it is not pointing to end of the file, you can read the records in the file. If it is pointing to end of the file, then we are not having any more record in the file to read. Okay, so if it is not pointing to end of the file, we have to unpack the record which we have stored in the file. So record will be having two fields, name and USN. Okay, we have to unpack it and store it in a different variable. So for that purpose, what we are doing is f1 dot getLine. F1 is a logical reference for first file. Okay, so we are in the first file and we are using the read file pointer getLine. We are reading one line information from the file where currently the file pointer read file pointer is pointing. From that point we are reading one line information, and we are reading one line information if you have not specified any condition. But here we have specified some condition. Till that condition we are reading the content of the one line. Okay, so from the beginning of the record till delimiter pipe occurs, all the characters are fetched and stored in the record of k dot name. Record of with the index k dot name is a array variable which will stores the uh, first field of the record is name. That name will be stored in the name variable till the delimiter. In case delimiter is not available, not occurred in the record line, then up to 20 characters it will fetch. GetLine will fetch up to 20 characters and that will be stored in the record k dot name. Okay, so that is unpacked the name from the record where it is packed with the name, delimiter and USN, right? So only name will be fetched and stored in the name variable. Then after that, from the point where after reading the name, it will be pointing to delimiter, and from that point we are fetching after the delimiter whatever the set of characters are there till /n, all that characters are stored in the record of k++ dot USN. That is USN variable in the record class will be stored with the USN which we have fetched from the getLine function. Okay, similarly if /len is not occurring, then up to 20 characters we are fetching and storing in the record k of USN. Okay, so that is the first file. First one record will be unpacked and stored in the respective variables. Okay, similarly we have to check whether second file is also having the content or not, either it is pointing to end of the file. If it is pointing to end of the file, then no need to do this task, come out of the while loop. If not, then again using the logical reference f2, that means we are pointing to second file, read one line information from the point where the read pointer is pointing. That will be start from the beginning of the record till delimiter, whatever the set of characters are there, that will be stored in a record of k of name. Okay, so if delimiter is not available in the record, then first 20 characters will be fetched and stored in the record of k of name. So that is we have unpacked the name from the record. Okay, similarly we are fetching then from the point where read pointer is pointing, from that point to till /n, whatever the set of characters are there, that will be stored in the record of k of USN variable. Okay, so that is we are extracting the USN, and you can see here we are having k as a post increment. That means whatever the content is read, that will be stored in record of kth place, then k will be incremented. Okay, so similarly it will be, so if k is incremented, then it will be the k, this k will be with the previous case plus 1, and then again k will be incremented. So this will be going to repeat till end of the file. Okay, if we have one record, it goes reads one. If we have more than one record, it repeats for till it points to end of the file. Okay, so if that is there. After that, this is how we are unpacking name and USN separately and storing in separate variable. And after that, we are using one more temporary object, temp, which is of record class type. Again, temp is also a record class type, how we were using F1 and F2. Okay, and T and Y will be the looping variables where we'll be using. T is initialized as we have a read two names and two USNs from file one name and USN from file one name and USN from file 2. We have to store it in the output list, but while storing in the output list, it should be stored in a sorted order. So for that purpose, we'll be sorting it in a sorted order using the two for loops starting with the 0, k is less than 2, t plus plus, and y equal to 0, y is less than k minus t. T will be the first for loop value, and then y plus plus. That is why these two loops are using is we have to point one is pointing to the first element and second one will be pointing to second element. That's what. Okay, so we have to change the adjacent name and USN what we have stored in record of k, that will be record of y will be stored in temporary variable. We are swapping record of y plus 1 will be stored in record of y and temp will be stored back to record of y plus 1. Then it will be when first record is greater than the second record, that is first file record is greater than the second file record. We have to store it in ascending order. So first record should be smaller and second compared to second record. So for that purpose we have to do swapping, else avoid the swapping. Okay, so after that we have sorted the records, then we have to store it in file. We have to store in which file? Output file. So for that, fstream temp of 1. Again, temp of 1 is an object of fstream class. That means temp 1 is an object reference we are using either for reading purpose or writing purpose. Now, temp 1 of open file name is an output file. So which we are opening in iostream out. That is, we are opening the file in write mode. So why F1 and F2 we opened in read mode. Now we are opening temp 1 as a logical reference with the file name as a write mode. Okay, so file name is opened in write mode, and what we have, why we are opening in write mode, because whatever the resultant values we have taken from file 1 and file 2, we have to store it in record file name third file, that is the output file. Okay, so for that, for I equal to 1, I is less than k minus 1, t plus plus, how many records we have sorted, those many records we are going to pack it first. So record of name is concatenated with the delimiter and then concatenated with the USN, then concatenated with the /n, and whole record is packed with name and USN with a special character, and that will be redirected to file name output file with a logical reference temp1. Okay, so now we have a packed data is stored in the file. So this is how we are sorting, we are taking two files, sorting it and merging concatenating with that special character and writing it into the file. Okay, so then close the first file, close the second file, and close the output file. So this is end of your merge function. So whatever I have explained is only for two files. When you will be merging two files, you have to do all this task, where we have to work on 8 files. As I told you, it is a 3-step process. So those 3 steps are explained by next function named as kway merge. Okay, so in kway merge, what we are doing is, first we have defined all the files which we are going to use as a output file. As we have in first step, we were defined with 8 files, 1.txt, 2.txt, like that till 8.txt, 8 files we were defined. Now in KV merge, another set of files also defined. For second step, we'll be using 4 files which are output of first file, that is 11.txt, 22.txt, 33.txt and 44.txt. So after getting 4 output files, again we are taking these output files as an input for next step, and 11.txt and 22.txt are the output for second step. Okay, so that will be output for second step. Then for third step, 111.txt and 222.txt will be input for third step, and 11111.txt will be the output for third step. How we are working, we'll see. Again, these are defined in with the array variable f name with a two-dimensional index 7 and 20. As I told you guys, 7 will be the index for number of files what we are defining, and 20 will be the index for number of characters used to define the file. So that means the file name can be up to 20 characters. Okay, so that will be file name of array variable with character data type. Okay. So next is I and k are the variables, and k is initialized as 0. So first step is what? We have to read 8 files. If 8 files are available, then we have to start merging. So this is KV merge. So to first we have to use 8 files, and we have to merge 2 files and make 4 output files. For that, I equal to 0, I is less than 8 and I plus 2. Every time we are using 2 files, and next step, next 2 files, next step, next 2 files, like that we are repeating this one for 8 files. That means 4 times this for loop will repeats, and we'll first step will be merging 1.txt and 2.txt. We are calling the merge function. File name of 1 is 1.txt, file name of 2 is 2.txt. Both are merged and stored in file name of 0. That is file name of 0 is, you can see here, file name of 0 is 1.txt. So it will be stored in 1.txt. Similarly, next step, file name of I will be 0 and 1. Next, after incrementing 2, I will be 2. File name of 2 and file name of 3 will be merged, and that will be stored in, you can see here post increment is there. After storing the data, it will increment, and that value will be used for next looping. Okay, so this will repeat for 4 times, and end of this for loop we will be getting 1.txt, 2.txt. After merging the next 2 files, 3.txt, and after merging next 2 files, 4.txt. So 4 output files we will get after end of the for loop. Okay, so that means after first for loop, 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt, 4.txt, data will be stored in that files. Data we have a combining the two files, the sorted data will be available. After that, those files will be used as a input for next step. So for that, we are making k equal to 4. Why we are making k equal to 4 is, we have referred 1, 2, 3, 4 files. We have to refer next further files. So for that purpose, we are used the one temporary variable as k. Okay, so I equal to 0, I is less than 4. Why 4? Because after first step we have only 4 files. So 4 I is less than 4 and I plus 2. Again, first 2 files will be merged and stored in the resultant file, and next 2 files will be merged and stored in the resultant. That means this for loop repeats for 2 times and generates 11.txt and 22.txt after calling the merge file. Okay, so file of 0 and file of 1 will be merged, and the resultant file will be file of k. So file of k is what? File of k is file of 4. File of 4 is 11.txt. So file of 4 is 11.txt. That will be in that the combining 11.txt and 22.txt is combined and stored in 111.txt. Similarly, 33.txt and 44.txt will be merged and stored in 222.txt. So that's what it repeats for 2 times, and the output for this step will be 111.txt and 222.txt. So that will be the next step. So we got 2 resultant output files. Now no need of for loop, directly the file of 4 is 11.txt, file name of 5 is 222.txt. We are merging these two, and file name of 6, that is nothing but file name of 6 is 1111.txt. So that will be our resultant file, that what we are getting. Okay, so one time we are calling the merge function and merging two files, which will be the input, and getting one output file, that will be 1111.txt. So this will be KV merge, which follows the 3-step merging process. So finally we'll get the one list with the sorted elements. Okay, so we'll come to main function. We discuss merge function and KV merge. Now in main function, we will concentrate on inputting the values in the file and calling the KV merge function. As usual, merge will be called inside KV merge. First is we are asking the user to enter n names, number of records. As I told you guys, up to 20 records we can enter, because we have our array limit is 20. So you can make it more than that also by changing the array limit to 100 or 80 or 40, your wish. Okay, so as we have taken in here 20, ask the user up to 20 characters, 20 records they can enter. So up to 20 they can give any number. Okay, and then enter the details. What are the details we have to enter? Yeah, every record is having name and USN. You have to enter name and USN. Before that, we have to open 8 files. In 8 files, we have to store n number of records. Okay, total records in all 8 files will be n number of records. How many you are going to insert? So first open all 8 files. For that, I equal to 0, I is less than 8, I plus plus. We are opening file. File of I is the logical reference for each file. If file of 0 means first file, file of 1 means second file. So open that file with the file name. What is the file name we have defined in fname? That is 1.txt, 2.txt, like that. So those files will be opened in which mode? Input output stream out. That means we are opening 8 files in write mode. We have opened the files, 8 files in write mode. After that, what we are doing? We have opened and we have created the files which are empty now. But we have to add the names, records in this all 8 files. So for that purpose, what we have to do is we have to read. If you have given 8 records, then 8 times it will repeat. If you have given 18 records, 18 times it will repeat. Okay, if you have given 2 records, it will repeat for 2 times. That's it. That means we are creating only 2 files. uh, Maximum we are creating 8 files, not more than that. Okay, so for I equal to 0, I is less than number and I plus plus, we are asking the user to enter name and USN and reading through the keyboard, and that variables will be stored in, that values will be stored in the array variables. Record of 0 dot name, record of 0 dot USN, record of 1 dot name, record of 2 like that. When I value changes, the index of each record will be changing, and we are storing the n number of records in the respective record variable and its reference. Okay, so now we are reading n number of records. First record, if we will read, I is 0. Record of I 0 of name is read through the keyboard, and that will be, we have to store that one into the file. In which file we have to store? As we have, I have told, we can use 8 files, and we have to specify the file, which file we are storing this particular record. That is done with the first. What we are doing is, whatever the record we have read, name and USN, is packed with the special characters. That is, name is delimited with a pipe, and then USN is delimited with the /n. So record is packed, and we are redirecting it to file of I modulus 8. What is this I modulus 8? As I told you guys, maximum 8 files we can create, that is 0 to 7. Okay. So if I value is 0, then file of 0. If I value is 1, file of 1. I value is 2, file of 2. Like this. If I value is 8, then what will be the file of modulus computation? 8 modulus 8 will be 0. So file of 0 again we are storing. If I value is 9, what will be the file value? Modulus of 9 modulus 8 will be 1. Okay, so like this, we repeatedly, if we are using more than 8 records, then it will be a second record will be stored in the first second item of the specific file. So like that, 8 files randomly, one after the other, one record we are storing in each file, and then once all 8 files are storing one record, then next step again, next second record will be stored in each file based on the count, how many records you are going to insert. So that will be the inserting the records in 8 files. So after entering all the records in the 8 file, close all 8 files using for loop and f of I of close. Each file will be closed, and now all 8 files are having 8 records. Then we'll be calling the function KV merge. So what we did in KV merge, we followed the 3 steps of merging 8 files into 4 files, 4 files into 2 files, 2 files into a single file. So resultant of this KV merge will be, we'll get a single file. So that result is fstream of result is another result is another object of fstream class. We are opening that file using this logical reference result dot open 111.txt is opened in read mode. So now file which is having all 8 files content, which is in a sorted order, that we are going to display it. So open that file in read mode and then display it in sorted order. Already content is in sorted order, just we have to display it. So what are the variables? Name and USN we are using for I equal to 0, I is less than number of records, I plus plus. We have to unpack it again because we are not displaying with the delimiters special character. We are displaying only name and USN separately. For that, again the same procedure what we use, result dot getLine function till delimiter, whatever the set of characters are there, that will be stored in name, or up to 20 character will be fetched from the beginning of the record, and that will be stored in name. That will be considered as a name variable content, and then from that point we are reading next set till delimiter, that is /n, or up to 20 character will be fetched from the that line and stored in the USN. Okay, so after that name and USN will be fetched from the file, and then we are name and USN have values after reading the getLine function. Those we are displaying on those values, displaying on the console by concatenating with the comment. So first name will be displayed in front of that respective name will be displayed USN, and respective USN will be displayed on the console. This repeats for how many records if you have entered in the file. Okay, if you have 10 records will be displayed in the sorted order. If you have 18 records will be displayed in the sorted order. This is how your program will work. Okay, so This will be the end of the program. Output will be, as you can see here, enter the number of records 6, enter name, USN, like that you will be entering. After that you will get the sorted record in a sorted order. Okay, so thank you guys.